Hello fellow Mistweavers, welcome to my first video of Mistweaver Monk PvE guide series. In today's video we will talk about our abilities and interactions between them. This video should be more helpful for players that are new to the spec, but I think it can give some insights to players that already play it and seek to improve. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, first of all, I would like to start by talking about our mastery, Gust of Mists, which affects pretty much everything in our toolkit. What it does is it adds healing on top of our other healing spells. Also worth mentioning, it can critically strike. It is a big part of our healing chart, and paying attention to it can greatly increase your performance. Our main filler healing spell is Vivify. It's 1.5 second cast, costs 4% of your base mana, and has no cooldown. Procs are mastery. On its own, it's not very potent, although it combines amazingly with the rest of our toolkit. Our next healing ability is Renewing Mist. It is instant cast, heal over time on 9 second recharge. You can hold up to 2 charges at once, though you should always keep at least 1 charge on cooldown. It is really cheap and very mana efficient. Besides that, it automatically jumps to another injured ally if one its own reaches full health. This guarantees that we will never have it overheal anyone during group damage. And it gets even better. Targets with Renewing Mist will be healed by Vivify, cast on another ally for around 70% of Vivify base healing. Those cleave heals will sadly not proc our mastery, but the initial cast of Renewing Mist will. Here is demonstration on how it looks in practice. As you just saw, I healed myself with Vivify while Renewing Mist was up on Janor. As a result, I got healed by my Vivify and Mastery proc, and Janor was healed by Vivify Cleave and Renewing Mist healing over time. Next in Mistweaver toolkit is Enveloping Mist. It is very strong expensive healing over time effect with 2 second cast time. Besides doing tons of healing in itself, it also increases all your healing done to the target by 40%. Talking about single target healing, next we have Soothing Mist. It is very cheap 8 second long channeled single target heal. It makes your Vivify and Enveloping Mist instant casts during the channel. Think of it as like turret mode. It is obviously best used on tanks when they are taking a lot of damage. Its healing in itself is good as well, especially combined with your Enveloping Mist, but for the most part you will only use it to quickly top off one target and not channel for a full duration. Here's a quick presentation of its brute healing force. I think that mentioning class-wide ability Expel Harm is also important here. It doesn't cost mana and its healing is close to Vivify. It is instant cast self-healing ability on 15 second cooldown. It also triggers our mastery. While channeling Soothing Mist though, it will heal and proc mastery on ally you're channeling to as well. So both you and your target essentially get healed by a bit weaker Vivify and mastery proc on top of that. Considering that mana is Mistweaver's bane of existence, getting that amount of healing for free is crucial for mana management improvement. To put it into perspective, here's another clip. Our last but not least healing ability is Essence Font. It is 3 second channeled spell that costs a whopping 8% of our base mana pool. Every 1 second for 3 seconds, it shoots up to 6 healing bolts, 1 per ally, and leaves small heal over time on them. When you heal targets affected by this hot, your mastery procs 2 times instead of 1. This ability is cast mostly in raids due to its big mana cost and small short-term benefit. Knowing right damage timings comes in handy here, because we always want to use this spell to its maximum efficiency. It is worth noting that in dungeons you can channel it for only 1 second and essentially get double mastery for next 8 seconds. Do it only in case of heavy group damage or if you feel confident with your mana. Last ability I will mention in this section is Thunder Focus Tea. It's on 30-second cooldown and it empowers you next Vivify, Enveloping Mist, Renewing Mist or Rising Sun Kick. So it can be used both for healing and damage and sometimes both. By empower I mean the following. Enveloping Mist heals additionally instantly for 60% of its healing over time. Vivify doesn't cost mana. Renewing Mist durations is increased by 10 seconds. And Rising Sun Kick's cooldown is reduced by 9 seconds. Now I will quickly go through our DPS rotation since it's necessary for one of our healing builds that I will talk in one of next episodes. Rising Sun Kick is our hardest hitting ability on 11-second cooldown. It has 15% chance to be reset with each Blackout Kick. With that said, we can make our Blackout Kick hit multiple times on one cast. Each Tiger Palm gives us 1 Teachings of the Monastery passive stack. You can get it up to 3 stacks, which means that your next Blackout Kick will hit 4 times. Here's example single target rotation. We also have Spinning Crane Kick. It does expected from healer amount of AoE damage. It's most useful in dungeons where you can instantly apply Mystic Touch to hold trash back. 5% physical damage increase may not sound like a lot, but it adds up quite fast the more physical damage dealers are in your group. As Mistweaver, our cooldowns are rather lacking compared to other classes, but you obviously should use them anyways. Our only single target cooldown is Life Cocoon. I think it's most iconic ability in our whole toolkit. It's not Priest's Pain Suppression by any means, but Absorb Shield for half of a tank's health pool is really nice. It also increases our healing over time down to the target by 50%. That includes Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist and Soothing Mist. Whole effect lasts up to 12 seconds or until shield is broken. It is on 2-minute cooldown. First of our AoE healing cooldowns is Revival. It heals everyone in your group that is in range for a good chunk of healing and dispels every harmful magical, poison or disease effect. And let me tell you, if you didn't press Revival on last boss of Blackfall, you don't know satisfaction yet. Its healing alone is very decent, and if you can make use of its dispel, it is very fun button to press on 3-minute cooldown. Our last and perhaps most potent cooldown is your Celestial of choice, either Yulon or Chi-Ji. I will go in depth on them in another video of the series since it's a bit tricky to make most out of them. As for now, I will only say that it's crucial to use Enveloping Breath in order to be well used. Alright, seems like I went through everything performance related. I didn't want to make this video unnecessarily long to talk about how roll works or how many charges it may hold. Same goes for talents. I could read them out loud and talk which to choose and when, but I think that talent choices are better suited in video about your whole build rather than ability breakdown. Anyways, if you found this video useful, consider liking and subscribing to my channel for more Monk/Warcraft related content. This was Jack from Spec. Have a good one.